Hello, today I wanna do a Crossout Tierlist video about every single weapon in the game, because recently I do get often asked what weapon would you recommend me or what weapon should I get, and this is one of the reasons I wanna do this video. As you can see, I prepared here something. I have every single gun here in the game and I wanna compare it to each other. I try to go as deep as I can to the details and explain why did I choose it like this and why did I rank like this. But before we start, please note that English isn't my mother's language, it's my second or even so-called third language, so if I do any grammatical mistakes, I'm sorry. So what else I want to mention, it's about my opinion, it's about how I felt or experienced to play with, but even against these guns. So if you think differently, that's completely okay. I just wanna share my thoughts with it and make a video about it. So let's start talking about the criteria. I'm gonna mostly speak about clan wars, clan rotation, battle for uranium, and as well as low power score. I'm gonna rank them based on how playable they are, about their rarity, about their stats, about in general my feeling, what I think about them, and so on. So, let's start with the Hornet. Even if it's free, I will put in D tier, simply because the Chord is overall better, almost the same power score, but the Chord got better stats, and if you just spend a few more coins you can get instantly a better version of the Hornet, so in every case I would rather use the Chord instead of the Hornet. The Chord is a great beginner weapon. I will put in B tier. It's really good to farm coins at the beginning, and while you do that you can practice and get good at the machine gun family and become later a real good Punisher or Devourer players, so it's a great starter weapon. The Vector, even if that's not bad, I put in C tier, simply because if you farmed enough money with the Chord or something like this, you don't really want to do like small steps and go to a Vector. You want to go further and buy something like a Xenos or something like this, and you don't want to waste your coins on something like a Vector. The Xenos is really great. I put in A tier. This is like a gun you wanna go for if you farmed enough money. At the beginning you can play kinda everything on it, it's just really great. Great stats, amazing perk, amazing cost, just overall a really great beginner weapon. Then we've got the Spectre. The Spectre got really bad since the hit skin remove. I put in C tier because of that. The perk is nice and the stats are as well as not bad, but just as epic you got just better options to play, for example Miller or Grabber stuff for example, so it's just not really worth it. Then we've got the Gungnir. The Gungnir is even worse than the Spectre. It can cost more coins because it's a battle pass weapon and sometimes it's needed to craft something else. As well as the perk is just unique, but it's really bad. You can't really combine it with other machine guns, so this gun is really strange and not really good, so it's D tier. The Aspect is not really bad, it's like kinda okay, somewhere like B tier. The perk is as well unique, but it's okay, you could combine it with other machine guns, for example the Spectre or Punisher. It's really nice if you don't have enough money for 3 Punishers. You can buy 2 or 1 Aspect and then play high power score with the rest of it with Punishers. So it is playable, but it's more like an okay option. Then we've got the Nothung. The Nothung, the same reason like the Spectre and Gungnir, it's just overall worse than the Aspect. It's again a battle pass weapon, the perk is again unique. It's like not really combinable with other guns, just rather use the Aspect instead of the Nothung. Then we've got our first relic, it's the Punisher. The Punisher is great overall, don't get me wrong, but the only problem is that you can't really play at the moment on car or on hover with it. It's not really great, but it's really amazing on grinder, so I put in A tier. It is kinda S tier if you only spectate it on like in a grinder, but overall you're pretty locked with this gun. On hover it's really hard to play, and on car it's just as well like not really playable. We've got better options as a relic if you wanna play hover or car, like for example Nemesis. So it's a A tier because the grinder pushes up Then we've got the Guardian and Defender. I put them on the same level. They're actually really good guns. Really great to start with. It's hard to decide if they're A or B tier. Even if they're really good, I would put them in B tier. It depends of course what you use. On a car it's really terrible because of the angle. You can't really shoot 360. But the damage is really nice, and if you play them in a hover or in a Guerrilla Spider, for example, on low power score, they're really good. They have like a ton of HP, a really good amount of damage, and they're just really nice. But still, they're not that easy to use, so it's a okay gun. Then we've got the Tekla and the Guardian. I put them as well in the same. Put them as well D tier. Very real terrible, because they're epic guns. So it's higher power score, and they cost more than like their blue versions like the Defender and Guardian. And like the rotation angle is really annoying. You've got so much better options to play. It limits only to play like a Spider, Grinder or Hover. But again, on these types of builds you've just got better weapons to play instead of these two. For epic gun this is like really bad. The Vindicator, here it's legendary. It's again really bad. So D tier. As a legendary, you don't even think about this weapon, because for legendaries you got so much better options to play, like really much better, and like the angle is so annoying, like you can't go 360, and it's again limits you to only play a few builds, like I said, grind or something like this. Just not really look at it, you've got better options than like a Vindicator. Then we go to Parser. This is really good gun, like amazing. As well A tier. It's similar to the Xenos, I would say, more or less. You've got the same purpose, like to farm coins for it, and then like farm later much more coins with this gun. It's really good. As well, it is possible to play up to 9k power score, because you can put them underneath the cabin, and as a heavy tank or something like this you can play around. Have a lot of HP, and like Parsers deal a lot of damage. It's really nice. Just great weapon, easy to use, amazing for starters. The Fidget is really similar to the Parser. It got a perk, but overall it just costs more, so it's more for high power score, but I don't really see a purpose for it. So, but it's still really good, so I put in B tier. It's okay to use, but I wouldn't spend my money if I had a Parser for a Fidget. So, so the Imp is not really good, but it's kinda playable. It's better off than the Vindicator, of course, so I put him probably in C tier. As a legendary, it's like not good enough. It got not enough HP. The damage is nice, yes, but you can't really mount it, and it gets really stripped off fast due to its high power score. But it's a legendary. There's so much more better weapons, so there's no really a purpose to have a imp or like a need to play this gun. Equalizer, it's a great weapon. I would recommend it as well. It's a nice epic, good damage. There are meta builds, for example, like wedge equalizers I've seen. They're like really nice. It's really good. I would put it in B tier, because it's missing kinda the HP, but it's really like okay, good. Then we've got the Arbiter. The Arbiter is, as legendary, it's worse than like the Equalizer. Like higher power score, got better options to play. So probably C tier. Just like the hits can remove, and the aim made this weapon like really worse. And we've got the Miller. The Miller is just amazing. Like A tier. The damage is really nice. It's an epic gun. Maybe it costs more than the usual epics, but it's just really good. Damage amazing. HP just perfect. What you exactly need. Perk is really nice. You can play it on so many builds, and it's just really good. For its cost, it's just really nice, like really nice. The Reaper is just really amazing, like perfect. S tier, definitely S tier. It's one of the last guns that can strip people, which is just amazing for its cost. Like it's a legendary, it deals so much damage. The HP is really nice. You can play Grinder technically on it, Spider, but most probably wanna play Car on it. And on cars you can play on any power score you want. It's just amazing. The perk, of course, really nice. You could combine it with the Miller if you want to, so this is as well pretty nice if you don't have enough money for 2 of them. The energy cost is like too low for like this gun, so you can put many modules on it. I've seen Days and Ages are really popular to combine with this weapon, so it's really nice. Then I've got the Devourer. It's a really nice gun. I love it. It's my main gun. I put it in S tier. It's as well one of the last strip guns. It's harder to play technically than the Reaper because you need to time perfectly your volleys. Sometimes it is annoying that you have like your ice perk, because usually you play a Devourer with Mastodon, so you get the heal out of it. And like the Devourer with feet is just so good, you can strip instantly everything. But like it's kind of sometimes annoying that you have that ice perk, because like you reduce the heat for your team, and if you focus it's kind of annoying, but still it does make this gun bad, because if you go solo with this gun like a 1v1 and you have the perk, and if you aim for weapons you reduce the fin veil perk or something like this, as well as Grizzly, so the resistance gets lower, and this is really nice as a 1v1 gun. Damage, HP is really good. Like, what makes the S tier like a really S tier is most probably the HP and the damage, but more likely HP, because the current meta based on how much HP you've got in your weapon. So it's really good gun. Fun fact, this gun doesn't really need a reloader like a Discharger, Flywheel or Cyclops, so technically you've got still energy left for a Jackie and a Yeet, let's say, which is also amazing. So the power, the energy is as well as not too bad. It's high, but it's not bad. That's a really nice gun. Then we've got Caucasus. This gun is just terrible. D tier, just terrible. The simple fact that like Interceptor can shut down this weapon for like a cost of 1 energy to a cost from like the Caucasus from then you have most probably 3 or 2. It's just like not good. You can easily shut down this gun, as well as it's like automatically shooting for you, and it's only shooting for the cabin, which is like really bad. I don't really see the fun behind this weapon, because it deals for you damage, and like you only drive around. And the simple fact that like you need a radar, for example like a Doppler or something like this, or a Maxwell, it's just terrible, because like if it gets shut down, your radar, then like your range gets much smaller of these guns, which is just terrible. Then we've got our first shotgun. It's the Lupara. I mean, it's a white gun, yes, it doesn't cost so much, but I wouldn't really farm coins with it actively, so you've got better options. Yeah, not much to say. Probably C tier. Then we've got Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer, it's really nice. I would as well say Sledgehammer and Mace. I would put them both in A tier, because it's kinda currently the meta, like since a few years even. The meta, like the wedge builds. These guns are really fun to play. They cost like a few coins, and it's just really nice. Then we've got the Thunderbolt. As the epic, it's really terrible. C tier. It's kinda playable, but it's really bad. It doesn't have enough HP. The hitbox is so kinda strange, I need to say. Kinda hard to mount it or to protect it good. So a C tier describes it pretty good. Then the Hammerfall and the Breaker, I put them as well in the same spot. As legendary as Relic, they're both just not good. Like, it's just not like the automatically shotgun era now. Both in C tier. I would put actually Breaker in D tier, but since the energy rework, again down to 10 energy, it's like again playable, but it's really terrible. But still, it's something. But just like you get outrun and you don't have really enough HP, and like so many problems with these guns. It costs a lot more, and you have better options to play. Then we've got the Junkbow and Fafnir. I put them on the same level, probably C tier. It's just not like the shotgun area now. You most probably wanna play something that had range, cause everything is kind of fast now with the fin veil. It can easily outrun you. it's just useless, hard to play. You've got better options. As well as the hitbox is like big, very easy to hit and kinda hard to protect, but they're still kinda usable. Then we've got the Arothron. The Arothron is really strange because you really need to know how to play this gun to be efficient, but it just isn't really worth it. T tier. Because you need the perfect distance to the enemy to get like the perfect damage. But just like to get it is just really hard, and it isn't really worth it. As well as just simply said, the Fafnir is so much better. So it's just not good. As well as the price is probably higher because you can really craft this gun. So it's not good. D tier. Then we've got the Nidhogg and the Jormungandr. I put him in B tier. Because they're not that bad, they're playable, but it's just hard because of the range. But like damage is really nice, especially with the Jorm. You can technically one-shot the Devourer. The heat is really nice from the Jorm. It's more likely okay to play. Then we've got the Parser. The Parser is as well like, it's legendary, it's like really terrible. I put it actually in D tier. Kinda has the same issue as the Arothron. It's just like not really worth it. Yeah, it's legendary. It's perk really strange. It's not really combinable as well with other guns, so it's just not good. Then the Spitfire, the Leech, and the Rupture. They all really terrible. Well, put them all on D tier. Because the difference to like the machine guns that have a specific angle they can shoot. These guns don't have range, and you can get easily out-circled if you get close to the enemies. Like if the enemy is just behind you, can do nothing. They're all just terrible. I've not really ever seen these guns in like any match. Why the Guardian and Defender is much better than these is most because of the range. Because you can play like Guerrilla or Hava with these. But with these you can't play anything, it's just not good. Like, most probably the best thing you can play is a car, but then you get out-circled. Because like you need the speed of the car, but if somebody's behind you, you can't really do nothing. And as a hover or spider, you just don't even enough HP or the speed, so they're always really terrible. And the Goblin and the Gremlin are more different than the other angle shotguns. Let's start with the Goblin. The Goblin is like nice to use, but not the best one. I see it here. Because the damage is really good, it's nice, as well as it's harder to shoot off, because it's most probably mounted underneath the cabin somewhere. It's better than the other angled shotguns, but it's not too good. But it's like not bad, it's like nice. And the Gremlin is an epic. It's like just because of its epic, it's like worse D tier. As an epic, you've got better options. I say it every time. The Rapier is not really nice. The Rapier just have not enough HP. The damage is okay, but like on this low power score where you play guns like this, you most probably get pushed. Or you wanna push, but with this gun it's just not really good. Everything that's close is like hard to defend. You can't really protect this gun, it's just too large. It's kinda playable, but just like you've got better options, so C tier. The Storm is actually better than the Rapier, but it's still not good enough. The perk doesn't really matter. You've got better options to play. It's again large. Damage is like nice, but the HP and it's just too large. You can't really protect this. So you need to stay behind. And in PvP matches, it's most probably about the time, how fast you do it, and yeah, you probably get most pushed. And you wanna farm coins with this gun and not really waste your time. So you've got better options. As well as C tier. Therm. The Therm is really nice because it's a fast shooting out a cannon. It deals a lot of damage. It's nice. It's like again large, but it's okay. I would say you can protect it, I think, easier. You can play it like up to 9k power score possibly, even higher I guess, to 11 maybe. Depends how you can mount them. You can play many things on it, so it's B tier. Possibly A tier, but then it doesn't have enough HP actually, I would say, so it's more B tier. Then the Tempest. The Tempest is not bad, but I put in B tier. It's okay to use. but I would say you've got better options. Like the rotation speed is kinda slow. It got good HP, good damage, but still I would preferably use these guns instead of the Tempest, but it's of course okay to use. Then the Whirlwind, it's hard to decide. It's more likely on higher power scores, because you need the range, but as an epic it's not really nice, so you probably see it here. Because you need the range for the perk, but like just the recent game styles are more likely push. But it's not like too bad, cause with Catalina on Hava it's just really nice. But it's still not good enough. It got like a large hitbox and actually not enough HP for this large hitbox, so decent C tier. Then the Joule. The Joule is really nice. As an epic, it sadly costs a lot, which make this gun 1 tier lower. So that's probably B tier. It's like a really nice weapon, which should be an A tier, but just like the price is too high. But like the perk is really nice. The damage, it can as well strip people technically with it, and just like it's really nice. But just this gun doesn't really have enough HP, and the hitbox is all against range because it's just simply an auto cannon. The whirl is like really good. It fits for everything, for low power score, middle power score and high power score, just really good. You can play many things on it. There's a grinder, for example, there's a car, as well many car types. The perk's just amazing, damage is way too crazy, and the HP is really good. As well as for an epic, it's just so good, it's like a must-have. Low cost, amazing HP, amazing damage, amazing perk. It fits for kinda every power score. This is just really good. S tier. Then the Cyclone. The Cyclone is well really good. It fits for so much things. This is an A tier. You can play high power score with it, like the middle power score. As a legendary, it's like exactly what you wanna have. Amazing gun, what you wanna aim for. Farming coins. It's easy to use. Really amazing gun. It's actually fun to play. Yeah, you can play so many things on it. As a car, as a hover, or as a tank, like Grinder or Spider. It's just really nice. Then the Stillwind. The Stillwind is some B or C. I put in C tier. It has the same issue as the Whirlwind. Doesn't have enough HP. Damage is good, yes, but the HP is a big problem. And the hitbox, like as a legendary, you've got better options to play. Like the range is as well a problem. You most probably wanna avoid range. You wanna have quick games. That's what you aim for. And even if you wanna play range, you wanna play something else than the one. Starfall is like okay. I would say the middle from the Cyclone and the Stillwind. You need to know how to use it, because it's a unique gun. It deals more splash damage and like direct damage what you aim for. But it can as well strip people if you do it smart. It's nice. Most probably you're gonna play it on hover, but it's like good. It's more like an okay tier. Then we've got the cannons, the Little Boy and the Howl. I put them together, and they are probably C tier, because I would say you've got better options to play at the beginning. You can play them, yeah, but I preferably wouldn't. They're not really good, most probably because of the hitbox. I feel like the damage isn't enough. You've got again better options to play, and they're more likely for low power score, but I wouldn't really aim for these guns. Fat Boy. Turf Boy is like really good, A tier. You can play it on low power score. The perk is just amazing. The reload because of that is crazy. Damage is really good. You can play it on like cars. Good HP, good damage, good perk. This is what like it makes it really good. As an epic, it's pretty good. Then the Raijin is good, like really good. A probably S tier. In fact, I put it in S tier, to be honest. Even if this gun costs more than the usual epic, you only need one of these. And the damage is just really crazy. You can play it on everything, even like on hover or car. And you can play it on like more like low power score up to high power score, like just like yeah. As the epic, it deals like a really good job. It's as well really fun to play. And the perk is as well pretty nice. HP damage, just perfect. That's so epic, really good. Then the Mammoth. The Mammoth is as well really good. But I think not good enough for S tier, but as an A tier it's like, described as pretty good. Like the damage is really good, the perk really nice, HP again a lot, exactly what you wanna have. But you most probably wanna have a Mastodon as well in your team if you play Mammoth. Then just like the damage is enough without a Mastodon. But unless it's really nice, you can play it on Car and on Grinder, technically Hava. It's a great gun, many options to play, just really good. As a legendary, just perfect. The Mastodon definitely S tier. Like, maybe as well the best weapon currently, because the damage is just way too much. Like, way too much. On top of that, you do heat, and this is like the best gun which can heat for your team. It got a lot of HP, you can play it on everything. Kinda as well Hava if you really want to, it's possible. As well as pretty fun to play, to be honest. And it's like a must-have in every team. If you don't have a Mastodon in your team, you do feel the difference. It's just like you need this in your comp, and this is what makes it just perfect, like the best gun most probably as well. Like maybe only one negative thing I see in this gun. You do notice like a big difference between a fused Mastodon and an unfused Mastodon, but still it's playable unfused, like really good playable, so it's like just perfect. Then the Avenger. The Avenger is, I would say, the best white gun, put in A tier, because you can play with this gun up to somewhere like 6000 power score. The damage is really nice. You most probably wanna play Hava on it if you play up to like 6k. But just like, it's really nice, good damage, can farm easy coins with it. Damage, like good HP for a white gun. You can play it as well as a car. Like the white gun I would farm coins if I would start the game again. Then the Judge and the Prosecutor. Here you've got the same issue again. I said it as well again to the Vector and the Xenos. If you're farming coins or farming enough coins with the Avenger, you don't want to spend your money on something like this. You want to go something like a Fat Boy or something like this. So I don't really see a need for these guns, because like the Avenger is just good enough for itself. So these guns are not really like needed. So I put them C tier, because they're of course not bad, but just like, why use them if you got a cheaper version which is like already okay? I mean, yeah, you can play with these guns more like a higher power score, but if you play higher power score with them, the enemies get harder and they have better weapons, and it's just harder to play. So I don't see a need for these guns. Then the Executioner, it's a good gun, but I think not good enough, probably B tier. Like, I see that the Fatman is better because it can rotate, but like Executioner is not bad as well. Like damage is good, HP and perk is like amazing, I love the perk. But it's kind of missing something. It's probably like the rotation, and as well as the power score. It's pretty high with these guns, because you don't want to play car on it. You most probably gonna play a Hava or like a Grinder or something like this with it. So power score is higher, it's hard to play, but it's a pretty decent epic gun. You can play it, it's okay. Then the Tsunami. The Tsunami is like not really good. It's most C tier, because the perk is like really strange. Yeah, like you don't really wanna sit in one spot, because you always move somewhere. You don't wanna stand still. And Tsunami just, I feel like the damage is just not enough. The HP is like pretty nice, yes, but still, as a legendary, I will play something else. It's Tsunami. And the Tsunami is only like, if you don't have enough coins for 2 Typhoons, then you can use a Tsunami. That's like the only repurpose I see on this gun. Then the Typhoon. The Typhoon is S tier. You can play so many things on it. Like Hava, amazing. Grinder, amazing. Spider, amazing. And technically you can play car on it as well, like a dog car. This is like the best range weapon currently. The perk is just amazing. And like the fact that if you don't have enough money, you can buy a Tsunami is just really nice, which makes it really beginner friendly, I would say. And it's really a lot of fun, to be honest. But they're like the best range weapon. They've got the Median. The Median is terrible. I would put it in tier. The reload is way too long. It's really meant only to like low power score and because of that you're most probably gonna have only like 3 hovers or something like this, like with naked cabin, and like with these guns it's just not really good. You've got better options. It's like ultra range, so you can't really show yourself. You get instantly stripped or killed. Just not good enough to do anything. Then the Avalanche. The Avalanche is like A tier. I mean I would say it's the best balanced weapon in the game currently, because it deals good damage, like really good damage, but depends how good you can play on it. If you miss your shots, then like this weapon is not good. Hit every shot, then it's like good, like better than good. So it depends on mostly how you play with this gun, and as well as you can play on many builds with this, on a Atom, Grinder, Hover, Car, everything, which is amazing. You only need 1 Avalanche, makes this a really good legendary, so it costs like not much. The HP is really nice, the perk is as well pretty nice, so it lives longer. Damage is really good, but just mostly it depends how skillful you are to play with this, and the more skill you have to play with this gun, the better it is, but it isn't like OP, so this is why it's like really balanced. But still it makes a really good gun, because it is like this. The Nagual is D tier. It's a revolver, and this is like the biggest problem from this gun. If somebody peeks you and you miss or just shoot, you can't really reload after that, unless like you shoot all of your 3 bullets, which makes this gun really annoying. The perk is just kind of really boring, you just do more damage on wheels and guns. So it just kind of really terrible. They hitboxes as well too large, so you kind of need to protect this, and you've got so much better options to play. As well as epic gun, just is not worth it. Then the Wasp. The Wasp is a really good weapon. I put in B tier. You can farm good coins with it. It deals a lot of damage. It's really fun to play. Of course, the HP is not enough, sadly, but it's still okay. You can play so many things on it, so many builds on it. So it's B tier weapon. Then Pyralid. Pyralid is better than the Wasp, that's why it's an 80 and it like the perfect power score for it. The perk is nice, but what really matters is like the Wasp. You can play in every build on it, but just like the power score is like the right one. Like builds like you can play hover on it, you can play cars on it, as well as grinders or spiders. You most probably want to play hover on it, but it's really good. A lot of damage, is fun to play and doesn't cost much, so the farm coins is with this gun is really nice, and it's playable up to 9k, like it's really good. The Locust is then worse, cause then it's, I would say, too much power score. As the epic, you got better options, like you go above 9k with this gun, and above 9k you don't really want to play a Locust. You've got better options. The Cricket. The Cricket is better than the Locust. I would say it's okay to use a B tier. Damage is really nice. You kinda need to protect it, but it's possible because of the kinda small hitbox. And it's really good, it's really nice, it's well fun to play. As epic, pretty decent, like really good in the middle. Then the Snowfall. Here gets tricky, because the weapon itself is really good, but it's really hard to play. So I would put in B tier. If it wasn't so hard to play with it, it was probably A tier, but just simply the projectile speed is just terrible. It's so terrible that it's like so hard to play, but the damage is just incredible with this gun. You can play so many things on it, like every 3 types of the builds, like car, hover and grinder or spider. And this gun is like really nice. For an epic it's really good, but still it's really hard to play. This is why it's B tier, cause even if it's good, it's hard to use. Then the Flute. The Flute is just terrible. It's D tier. It doesn't have enough HP, so you have to tank the cabin. You most probably want to play on a hover with this, but a hover doesn't have enough HP itself, so it's really hard to protect this gun. I need to stay really in the defense, and if you do, you don't do enough damage. You've got better options to play as a range. It's meant to be more like a high power score, but it's just not good enough for high power score. Then the Clarinet. The Clarinet is like pretty good actually. Somewhere A and B tier, it's hard to say. I would put an A tier because it's epic and you only need one of these. And as well, it's really fun to play. You can play it on grinder, on a car, and on like any power score you want, which makes it really nice. It's still kinda, the damage is still not enough, but besides that it's really nice because it's an epic and they just need one of them, so like everything else makes this gun so good, even if it's just like sometimes not enough damage. So it's really fun to play. Then the Nest, this is like really bad gun, D tier, because as well as for the others that are upcoming, simply a flock which costs 0 energy counters all of these like rockets, and this is why it's so bad. Even if the enemy doesn't have a flock, it feels like it doesn't do enough damage. As well as the rockets can miss your enemy, it's really terrible. Trombone has the same issue, but it's better because it heats, so even if it hits something, it heats for you, and you most probably play in combination with other guns. But other than that, this weapon is much better than the rest of the rockets. Then the Pyre and the Hurricane are both like one of the worst weapons. Well, like just simply a cloak, a flock, or like a not existing radar easy counters these guns, and it's not really fun to play even. You just shoot in the back and like just starting missiles. Not fun to play, it isn't really worth it, it's just like so bad. There's no real purpose for this gun. And as well as what I forgot to mention, if you don't have a radar, then like all of these guns are just basically useless, cause you just need the radar so like it sees the enemy. Yeah. Let's go to the Waltz. The Waltz is like actually okay. The damage is nice. You can play on a hover on it or on a car, and it's like a pretty nice legendary, pretty decent. And the nice one is you could combine it with the Helicon if you don't have enough money, which makes this really nice. It's a nice hover weapon. Then the Helicon is like really good. It heats for you, which is nice. The damage is just really crazy. For example, on a hover with the Catalina, you just need 11 shots, and then you max out your Catalina with this gun, so it's really nice. Just like the damage is really crazy, and you can play so many things on it, like every type of build, hover, car, and grinder, or spider. So this makes a really good gun and really nice. Then the Heater. The Heater is like C tier. It's not really good, cause for example the Mandrake is just better than the Heater. It got more spread and it's really hard to aim with the Heater. And even if you land your shots, you don't one-shot them like it used to. Like on every power score it's really difficult to play, because they're gonna push you. This gun is like, it's really fun, yes, but it's really hard to play. It isn't really good, because most people are gonna use ET and you can't really do nothing if you have an ET. Then the Lucifer. The Lucifer is more likely like here in the middle, B tier. Damage is really good, yes. Sadly doesn't have enough HP, but like the builds are really strange to play with this gun. Like in open car, the problem is not enough HP. On a dog, it's just like you've got better options to play than the Lucifer if you play a dog. For example, like a bull. On the hover it's like good, yes, but still it's missing always something. And on a grinder it's just not good, so. But it's of course pretty playable, more like pretty decent, like in the middle of B tier. Then the Swarm. The Swarm is actually amazing. It's hard to decide between S and A tier, but I put in A tier because this weapon is just amazing. It's perfect for Levi clan wars. The damage is just really good, and this weapon makes you such a big problem for the enemies that like they have to push you. But because of that, it's hard to play this because like you get pushed and sometimes you can do nothing, and as well as it's really hard to aim your shots with this gun. Depends as well on which platform I play. I play for example on PlayStation, like in console, and it's really hard to aim with this. But if you can aim with this, then it really pays out a lot of damage. It's really nice. You can play kinda on everything on it, hover, car and grinder, which makes this really good. But just because it's really hard to play, it's certainly not S tier. Then the Impulse and the Thrasher, put them together. in C tier because we don't have enough HP, as well as like the damage is good, more likely okay, but you can't really protect these guns. They're really easy to strip. You've got better options to play than these. You've got just better epics. Then the Yongwang. The Yongwang became really bad. I would say actually D tier, because it used to be like one of the best gun, but then like the devs just ruined this gun. You can't mount it underneath anymore, the cabin, so easy to shoot off, and like on a dog it just doesn't have enough HP and it's get really shoot off fast. So you have to protect it really well, but it doesn't really pay off. Then the Rupture is like really decent in middle. Sadly doesn't have enough HP, but it's like really good for kinda everything, every power score. The perk is like not good, just not for this gun. It's meant more likely close range to mid range. But other than that, this is like really nice. It's like in the middle. Then the Slaughterer is really great. A tier. This gun is like so good, got a lot of HP, got a lot of damage, the perk is nice. The only sad thing is it's only really meant for like grinder or spiders. On a hover it's possible to play, on a car it's just really hard to play, but other than that, like this is just so good on grinder. It's kinda really cheap, and as well as for legendary it's really good. It would be playable on more type of builds, then it would be S tier, but it sadly isn't, so it's A tier. Then the Mugi, I put in C tier. I've seen many people use it. The Mugi is like not really good. It's more like spread damage, and of course it's easy to hit somebody because like it kind of magnets, but Kami easy counters this. And even if the damage isn't really enough, the gun itself doesn't have enough damage, kinda, and as well as the HP isn't good. And as a legendary, you have so much better options to play. I do get it's kind of fun, that's why I put in C tier. Then the Synthesis, it's pretty in the middle. You can farm coins with it at the beginning, yes, but I really wouldn't recommend it, because machine gun's kind of better, but it's pretty decent, like just the middle. Then I've got the Prometheus. This is a really bad gun. As an epic, it's not worth it at all. The damage isn't enough. Like, perk is strange, and the HP isn't enough. As an epic, you've got so much better options to play. It's only really kinda usable for hovers, so like don't have many options to play for builds, so it's just not good. Then the Helios like really nice. Somewhere like A or B tier. I'll put an A tier. Because in grinder it's really nice. It's like a cheap version of the Punisher, you could tell. It does work only really good on grinder, but it's a cheap version, and like the damage is really nice and it's easy to play. As a legendary, it's like good. Then the Nemesis is just so good. It's S tier. Sometimes it is annoying, yes, but like the fact that you can play it in every build, like hover, car, and on grinders or spiders is really nice. It's like really fun to play. The perk is really good. Sadly the base damage isn't enough, so if you waste your perk, then like so the damage is worse than the Prometheus, which is really bad. But other than that, everything else makes this weapon really good, so it's an S tier. It is kinda similar to the Punny, but just like why I put it over the Punny is it got more options to play. Even if on grinder it's worse than the Punny, but still it's like really nice. Aurora is like C tier. It can heat for you, yes, but you don't really do this anymore since like the Spectre got removed his hit scan, so you can't really combine this anymore, because like Aurora is still hit scan and the Spectre isn't. But other than that, it's like almost playable, but it is kind of fun to play. The Gravistar is S tier. For an epic, it is just way too good. You can, for example, mount this gun underneath the cabin and you do so much damage. You can play it on every power score, and technically you only need 2 of them, so the price is really cheap. Like as well, really good. The perk is amazing. just you need kinda to protect them really good, so most probably underneath the cabin. So it's probably only gonna play this on cars, but other than that, it makes a really good job for what it is. Then we've got the trigger. The trigger is like, I would say D tier, because every way you would rather use the distractor instead of the trigger. It doesn't have just enough range, and like I feel like the power score between them doesn't matter. Like they play them in the same power score kinda, somewhere like 9k. But the Destructor can play above 9k. With this gun you really can't, it's not good. So that's why it's D tier, like everywhere you would rather choose the Destructor. And yeah, the Destructor is good. Somewhere between A and B tier. I would put an A tier, because even if sometimes it's not really good, what makes it really nice is you can play it on everything. Hover, Biter, Grinder or car. And it's one of the last strip guns, which makes it really good, as well as heats. So just like really nice. Sometimes the damage isn't enough, or like the HP. But as legendary, it's really good. Then the blockchain. The blockchain is terrible, D tier. Everything is just bad. Not enough HP, not enough damage. Can't really protect this. You can't really play good builds with it. Like, the only thing I can imagine is like a car, but still you get really easy stripped, so it's just not good at all. Then the assembler, it's as well really bad. It's a legendary gun, it can do nothing. The perk is terrible. Hitbox is way too large for its HP, because the HP is enough. Damage is terrible, and like it's meant to be high power score kinda, but it's way too bad for this. So this gun is just not good. Then the Quasar. The Quasar is playable. I put him in B tier, like the middle. The reload is nice, the damage, but like the hitbox is way too large, but the damage is really good. The hitbox is way too large and it doesn't have enough HP, but the damage is really nice, and like you can play it on kinda many power scores, so it's pretty decent. Then the Pulsar. The Pulsar is, I would say, pretty decent. You can play it on everything, hover, car and grinder, or spider. I feel like it's missing something, probably the HP, or like it's way too large hitbox, or even the damage, but it's kind of pretty decent. It's really the middle, not really much more to say. Then the Spark. The Spark is like more support gun, which is meant like only for higher power scores, and for higher power score you don't really want to use the Spark, you always want to use a Flash. It's like only if you don't have enough money, which is kinda okay, but still you wanna use like such a type of gun for firebugs or for porks. But if you have already firebugs or porks, you should have the money for the Flash, so you don't really wanna use the Spark. Itself, the gun is kinda possible to play on low power score, but it isn't really worth it as a legendary. That's why it's C tier. Then you've got the Flash. The Flash is like nice. It's hard to decide, cause it's like a supporter weapon. Like for support it is amazing, like A tier. But itself, if you look at the gun, it's a B tier or even lower, because it's only really supports you for like a pork or for a firebug. But let's say it's like only for the support, so it's then A tier, because it slows enemies really hard down. They can't really move. A really nice help if you play with firebugs or with porks, which is like really nice. But sadly itself, it doesn't really do enough like damage or something like this. That's why it's still an A tier, not above. It's a really great supporter weapon. Then the Yokai. The Yokai is really terrible. It's D tier as an epic. It got no purpose anymore, cause it used to be only for hovers, but you can kill hovers with like every other gun, because hovers don't really have enough HP, and the Yokai just doesn't deal enough damage to really pop them or take the movement parts from them. And as an epic, like you need to play really efficient. It takes skill to really land the shots, because you need to hit the ground or next to the enemy, not directly to him, to get the good perk out of it, but it's like hard and it doesn't really pay off anymore. Then the Athena. The Athena is like really good. I'll put an A or maybe even S tier. I would put still A tier. The damage is really nice. I like that it heats. It's playable on kinda every power score, more likely above 8k. But like the large hitbox is a issue and the HP isn't enough. But it's really nice because it got like hit scan. But as well as sadly it costs a lot of coins, so it's really good but not S tier. Then the Akari is S tier. Then this gun is just amazing for Levi. You always wanna have this in Levi Clan Wars because it deals a lot of damage to structure parts, and as an epic it's just way too good. It's not good for regular Clan Wars, but its purpose is for Levi Clan Wars. And for epic, where you need only one of this, it's really good. In combination with Typhoon, it's like just amazing, and it's really nice. Got good HP as well, a pretty good hitbox. The Mortar is something like C tier. Sadly, the hitbox is way too large. It feels like the HP isn't enough. And as well as the projectile speed is way too slow. It's hard to hit your shots, but the damage can be good. But not always. It's not consistent, and that's why it's C tier and almost usable. Then the Spike is, I would say, in C tier. It's a large hitbox. It's epic. You've got better options. But the damage is like nice, but it's really fun to play as well. But not really efficient, so I C tier. I would say as well as the Varoon is just better than the Spike. And the Phoenix I put in C tier or maybe B tier. It's hard to say because I would put in C tier because it depends how smart your enemies are. Because the enemies can help each other and shoot your projectile off before it even explodes. So that's why it makes this weapon not really nice, as well as the Kami just counters this weapon. So this was pretty sad if you focus someone with your team and they shoot like the parts that your Phoenix is attached to, the Phoenix projectile, then like it just disappears and you do no damage, which is pretty sad. Because it got really good potential in the 1v1 for example, but just not good enough. But it's really fun to play. Then the Varoon, I put Varoon in B tier. This is better than the Phoenix and Spike. And can play it on hover on a car. Deals really good damage. The epic, which actually costs not much, is really good. The only thing that is sad is large hitbox, not enough HP. So you have to play careful with it. But other than that, it's really nice. But as well as it's hard to play, to be honest, then you just have to perfectly time your shots and like do it perfect. It's not easy because you need the practice. Then we've got the Toadfish. The Toadfish I put as well B tier. It's okay to use. It's really fun, but as a legendary, it doesn't really pay off. It's more likely a ranged weapon and more to the high power score. But there you've got better options. So you don't really want to use a Toadfish. But other than that, it's really fun, so it's pretty solid in the middle. Then the Fukibari. The Fukibari is kinda okay, but I think still not good enough. It's good if you aim, for example, only for the cabin or only for guns. Deals really good damage. It is like really fun to play, but just itself, it's a large hitbox, like kinda missing the HP. And you need to play it really good, like you need to have the aim and you need to hit kinda every shot with it to be really consistent, which is like hard, and as a legendary it doesn't really pay off. But you can play it on kinda every power score, but it's the higher it gets, the harder it is to play. Then the Bora and Basso, put them together because I don't really see a difference between them. Like the power score is almost the same, damage as well, doesn't really matter, but they both, I mean, we're both pretty okay. Even maybe more A tier, but I would still put them in B tier. Because the range, of course, you need to hug the enemy, like really touch him, which is kinda hard. But if you do so, it really pays off because you can kinda insta-kill him. As well as I would say it's kinda fun to play. but it's not easy, because sometimes you can do so much and sometimes you do like nothing. And of course, the closer you are to the enemy, the higher the chances that you get focused, and especially with these guns, you do get focused if you're too close. You need the perfect timing, which is on low power scores kinda difficult. So it's okay to farm coins, but you've got it's easier to use like really weapons that can shoot. Then the Charybdis and the Harvester, I put them as well together. Most probably the Charybdis is better than the Harvester, but still they're kind of the same, and they're both in B tier. It's kind of the same argument with these, with the Boga and the Basso, like, but just like it's legendary. It gets pretty trickier, because the enemies know how to play. They probably gonna focus you if they see you. But if you get one, then it's really nice. You can insta-kill them, and they're like playable kinda on every power score, which makes them really nice. But like the range, like to get to someone is pretty difficult. You need the timing. This is again like why we're in pretty middle. Then the Tempura, I put in C tier. It's really fun to play, yes, but you have to mount them somewhere where are really safe and can't get rammed off. And even if they're pretty random, because sometimes you can insta-kill someone, sometimes you do no damage. They're not really consistent, that's why we're C tier. If you just take, for example, like here, these standard melee weapons, then it's much easier than like the Tempura, because here you have to time as well. They take time to like charge, also it's really difficult to play and it's not really consistent, so that's why we C tier. But we're more like now low power score, that's why we're kinda as well usable. Over like in the Tachi, it's D tier, cause it's even higher power score. It's an epic gun, it's like really bad for an epic gun. It's got the same issues with the Tempura, but like just higher power score. It's even harder to play. The enemies even know more how to counter you, so that's why it's just like really bad. Then we've got the Mauler and the Lacerator. I put them as well together, they're pretty similar. I think the Lacerator is better, but they both they both have again the same issue kinda. So actually all of these are kinda the same. Just like every type got his own power score. And they're like usable, it's pretty hard, but if you get someone, it's just really good. But it's like, it's hard to get the timing. Then the Boomstick and the Lancelot, they both, like, I wouldn't say bad, but they're no fun to play, like, not at all. If you do get someone, then like you killed someone, yes, but yourself, then you're done. There's no fun, and even if you not always get someone, it's not really efficient to farm coins or even play like clan wars or clan confrontation. It's just not really worth it. You could do so much more with other guns, which is well more fun to play. Because the difference between these sticks and like the usual melee, because you can kill with these guns more than one enemy. But with this here you can only kill one. That's why they D tier for me. Remedy is actually pretty nice, but still I would say it's pretty nice, A tier. Then the damage is really nice. I mean, the rotation angle doesn't really matter, cause you're gonna be a dog with a roof, and like you're gonna shoot only right, left, and in the front. So it's really nice. It's super epic, so it's good, and it's nice. Just like the damage is really crazy. The HP doesn't matter, cause it is really well protected usually. Then we've got the Draco. I would put it in C tier, because usually you wanna preferably play Firebug or Remedy instead of the Draco, and it's like, it's more meant to be like the middle power score, like really between 9k and like high power score, but it just really isn't good anymore in the power scores anymore. It used to be really good with like the Yokozuna with sick Bigfoots, but you just can't really do this anymore. Like the speed isn't enough, and you really can't catch anymore. The Firebug got kind of worse, but it's still pretty good, A tier. The range is really annoying, but like with a BWC bug, it's really nice to play. But like with Griffin or Blight, it's fast, yes, but you don't have really enough HP, and it always focus you on a bug. But so it's really kind of hard to play, because you need to know what you do with the bugs, and like on these really high power scores they know what they do, so it's hard to play, but otherwise then it really pays off because it's really good, a lot of damage. HP is good enough because you can protect it really well, but I think it's not really S tier, because it's hard to play because currently the cars are the meta and they are really fast, so it's hard to catch with the bug. Then the incinerator is, I mean, actually not really good. It maybe heats, not bad, but it doesn't have enough HP. It's hard to protect it, and like, yes, it's an epic gun, but it's not really meant as epic gun. So you wanna play it more on higher power scores, but you can really do this because this gun isn't really that good. As well as it's hard to hit your shots, I would say, because you only can shoot in front of you. But it is playable technically if you use, for example, in the back big wheels and the front small wheels, and you got like the angle so you can shoot more closer in front of you. But it's still like too much work for like not enough efficiency. Then the Mandrake is, I mean, really good, but here it's again the issue with the skill. It's hard to play and sometimes it doesn't really pay off, but it's really fun. And if you do well with it, it's really nice, but still, it got the issue with the Yeti. As an artillery guy, you can't really do much anymore, cause they always get close to you, no matter what you do. And they're always gonna push you. And if you're close enough, you can do nothing on the Mandrake, which is not really worth it. But otherwise than that, it's really fun, and it's really kind of in the middle, but it has like the problem just with the current meta with the Yeti and push. The Jotun is, I would say, C tier. It's kinda playable on even every power score, but still it's like cooling the enemies down, which makes sometimes really bad cause heat is at the time just better than like the ice. And it's like so kinda hard to hit your shots pretty good, and it doesn't really pay off, but it's an epic, I can say it's not that bad, so it's kinda usable to play, so C tier. The Skadi as a legendary, it is D tier, because it doesn't really have a purpose right now. If you play Dog, in every case like your Remedy, Draco or even Firebug is just better. It's just like cooling off, you can't really combine it with like the flamethrowers. It's just like really not good. It's a legendary, it's so much better options to play. Then the elephant is kinda good, but kinda also B tier. It's hard to decide. I put in B tier, because it's really nice. It got everything it needs, HP, the damage, like the perk. But just like, you can only really play it on a car. And it's epic, it's kinda more expensive than the usual epics. And you've got already better options to play with a cannon, for example like a Fatman or Raijin. It isn't really that good, but it is just like okay, it's decent, you can play it, but still you've got better options. Then the Narwhal is like, again, hard to tell, but actually I'll put in A tier. It's a legendary, and for legendary it's like good. You can play it on Harvard technically, but it's more meant to like on a grinder. Its ice like can really counter good grinders, and like a Narwhal on the grinder is like really good. In 1v1 you could win technically every time if you go for flames, for example, or for the gen. It's behind the cabin underneath usually. So this kind of really nice. It's fun to play. It's not that good because it's ice and it's not really combinable with heat, sadly. And it's sometimes just missing the damage, but other than that it's like pretty good. The Kapkan is really terrible. It isn't like it used to be. It can't really catch anyone anymore, so just like it's not good. It isn't really doing its job. And even if is catch someone, you don't have enough weapons to really use it. Like, I see only porks are really like usable with the Kapkan, but other than that they have no really purpose, or they're not really such a supporting gun. Then the King I put in C tier. It's still not too good, but like it's really fun to play on low power score up to 9k, somewhere like this. As well, it's pretty nice because with a Arothron and like let's say Typhoons, the reload is just crazy. It really helps out. It's like supporter gun, but other than that, it doesn't really have such a big purpose. It's just like the fun, and like it's just like really about the fun. It deals good enough damage. The Doom is just terrible. projectile speed is way too slow. It's hard to hit your shots with it. It's new, so it's as well kinda pretty expensive for an epic. And in every way, just like Fortune is way better than Doom, and it's hard to protect this weapon. And even if you hit your shots, I feel like it doesn't really pace it out. And just not enough damage. HP is well pretty low, so it's not good. Then the Juboko is well pretty bad D tier. It does catch better than the Capcan, but it doesn't really do anything. Like, it only slows down, but still like the enemy can escape from it. Damage isn't enough. Like, it got no real purpose. In any power score, it's just not really good. Like, maybe only really low power score, maybe like 3k power score, but still it's like not good at all. Then I've got the Fortune is C tier. Like, the damage isn't really enough anymore, and the HP is too low. Only thing is like they're really fun to play, but they've got no real purpose, like no power score. But they like really barely okay to use. Then the Dove is just like a helicopter weapon. It's mid D tier. On helicopter you should play something else, but like on ground it's really terrible. Like, the damage is okay, but still like the time we're lying on the ground is way shorter than the King, and for a legendary it's really bad. So not much more to say, it's just really bad. Then the Pork is I would say C tier. They're just like are way too slow with the projectile speed. The gravity is kind of strange, so like they go pretty fast to the ground and they roll on the ground, but still it's like it's just hard to aim, and you have to get close, and you're probably gonna play it on a hover. On a hover you don't have enough HP, and if you get too close, like really too close by like touching the enemy, you can hit yourself and you do to yourself damage. Just not really good. As if for a relic it should do better, and it isn't really good. Then we've got the Ripper. The Ripper is pretty decent, like B tier. They're really fun to play. The damage is like okay. With the Tormentor it gets better, not much better. But just like you're not really consistent with it. Sometimes you're really good and sometimes it's really bad. So it's more like a question of your skill. And as a relic, it is really like okay. It's like pretty like the middle. It's pretty decent. And it's like the purpose is like not really like it's planned to be. Like, you don't really shoot the ground that often because the disc don't stay long enough into the ground, and it's really random if somebody drives over the disc. Either like you do a lot of damage and pop them, or either like you do nothing. So this gun is kind of sometimes random, but it is pretty in the middle. Then we've got the flying drones. I put them all together and they're all really bad in T tier. Because the flying drones were attached to you, so where you go they fly directly after you. But they don't do enough damage, and most probably they got instantly shot off, and then you get focused, which is like really bad, and it's not really fun to play with these cause like they aim for you, and it's not really efficient at all. As well as like here the epic and legendary, and this is like really bad for like epics or legendaries, so it's like really bad. As well as for the like the driving drones, put them as well all here. They're kinda really sometimes clueless. If you spawn them, they're maybe just gonna stand still or like not really do anything, because they can't really see the enemy sometimes, and even if they do not enough damage, and they get often shot off or even rammed to death. So again, like, it's not really fun, no purpose, and like here the fused drone is the epic, and this epic it's really terrible. The same for the standing turrets, they're all bad. Maybe better than like the other ones. They cannot do more damage, feels like this. And for low power score you can capture the base and like place them down in the enemy's base, but still it's really bad, no fun, not really worth it. Then it's different to the barrier. The barrier is like B tier, because in regular clan wars it can help you, for example in a grinder fight, like 4 grinders versus 4 grinders. It can really help you and protect like a few damage. And as well as in Levi clan wars, it's really nice to use. It's not like the best thing, but it's like pretty decent, so it's pretty in the middle. So it is pretty okay. for a drone, more or less. Then we've got the Punji. The Punji is bad, like its fence, which has like kinda the same idea from the mortar that it goes through parts, is still pretty bad. So and you can shoot like the fences off, so it's not really good, do like not really enough damage. And the enemy is most probably not really gonna go through this fence. Then we've got the Yo guy. This is like probably some C. I would put it still in C tier. It's okay to use, but I see like no fun behind it. As an epic, it's actually not bad, but like just the fun and that like it deals for you damage and you just drive around is not really good. Most probably the drone gets shot off and then like you not really did anything. So it's like C tier. Then the Vulture. The Vulture is really bad. I see no purpose at all. It can get shot off if it's attached to the enemy. Like the same issue from the Phoenix or even the Imugi. As a legendary, it's way too bad, and like it's a drone that's really fun to play. Like the Yo guy is just better than the Vulture. The Phantom, it's kind of similar to the drones, to driving. It's like a spider that can crawl around, but it's still bad. Even if it's kind of better because it heats, and the perk is as well not bad, but still it's not good enough. It's just like a drone, it's no fun. As an epic as well, it costs. As epic, you got so much better things to play. It isn't really worth it. Then the Emily and the Corvo, I put them together. They're both like, so probably C tier. Because they're playable, but here's the again issue like the Narwhal. It's really annoying with the revolver. You can really reload, so you have to shoot all of your bullets and only then you can reload. It's really annoying. But other than that, like the damage is really good. That's what makes them pretty nice, like playable. The HP is really annoying, but as well, but like they're like not bad, not too bad. Then we've got the Zumata and Argument. I put them in C tier. They're also not good. We've got better options. Not enough HP. Maybe the damage is alright, but still like kinda hard to play, so you have to time them correctly with the shots. But it's not really worth it. Maybe it's fun, so they're probably in C tier, but it's not really worth it. So much better weapons existing, and this year just like not really worth it. Then the Skinner. The Skinner is hard to tell, but I would put in C tier. Because it's hard to play, you need to use it correctly. For example, on a grinder it's like not bad, but you need to know when to really use it good. For example, against bugs it's nice, but if you Skinner someone and like the teammates doesn't really help you, then like you just get easy killed and it doesn't really help you. So you need to know how to use it. So it's like playable, but it's like really hard. But if you do it really correctly, then it's like really nice. Helps in many situations. Here we've got the Enlightenment. This is not really a gun for me. It's D tier. It's like it's a module. The only real purpose it got is like that you can put it on a rift, and if you have Cyclops, you can like self-destroy this. And then like you can reload faster with your Cyclops. So it's the perk of it. It's kind of made for it to get destroyed. It's kind of usable with Rippers, for example, or like just like reload guns. Depends how much you like to reload faster. But always that is really bad itself. It deals like nothing. It's just a module. It's not really a weapon, and it costs energy, which is just like terrible. Then the Adapter. The Adapter is like not really good, but it's kind of playable. Like just like the HP isn't enough, the damage is as well okay, but not enough. It's just like normal guns. It's kind of as well not really interesting to play. It's kind of okay, but it's kind of playable, so it's C tier. Then the Kaiju. Kaiju is like really good. I put in A tier. You can play it on every power score. You only need one of this gun, and like it's legendary, so it's like really nice. It deals good damage, a lot of HP, exactly what it needs. So like really nice to have. It's like really nice. Then the Astrius. The Astrius is actually okay because it deals a lot of damage. It is meant for like middle power score. Even if you play it not good, like you do to yourself damage, but it is okay. It's not really a lot, so it doesn't really matter much. It is a range gun, So it is pretty nice for a range gun, like really good. It's an epic, which is just like really good for range. But just like range guns are not really that good in general, and because you do get often pushed. Then the Scorpion. Scorpion I will put in B or A tier. I'll put in B tier. Yes, you can play it on everything. On Grinder, on Car, on Hover. But it just feel like if the enemy is too close to you, you get really fast whipped. And you do have to take range. And even as a range weapon, it's not the best, cause Typhon is just better. And with the Scorpion you have to be really precise, so you have to shoot the guns or the generator, so it is hard to play, and like the whole team needs to play around the Scorpion, and like it's too much work and it's really hard to play it. So it is B tier, because it's really hard to do it well. Sometimes you can do really a lot if you don't get focused, but sometimes you do like nothing. Then we got the Thyrsus. The Thyrsus is like probably C tier. It's playable, but it's like not really that much worth it. The power score is just way too high, and as legendary it's not that good. You've got better options, but it is playable. The last one, the Flock. The Flock is just amazing. I put in A tier. For 0 energy it counters so many weapons and like important like swarms or something like this. So it is really good. The nice thing is, even if you lose your guns, like for example you play 2 Devourers, yeah, with a Flock, and you lose your 2 Devourers, but you have still the Flock to the enemy, it doesn't show that you are stripped, like as a text, as a title. Which is kinda nice. You can kinda confuse the enemies if they, for example, on a long distance and you get stripped, they maybe not really notice it, so it is kinda nice. And just like for 0 energy, it counters some weapons, which is really nice. The only thing is like it's legendary, so it costs something a lot maybe even. So that's why it's not S tier, but that's really nice. It's just like, you can have it. It is kinda as well nice protection, and it is just nice to have. So yeah. That's about my tier list. I think I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, of course some guns could be higher, but still this is how like the current meta are, and this is how like I feel about them. Overall I'm pretty happy. So thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you wanna have more like tier lists like this, let me know, and then bye bye.